Okay, so welcome to my lab, my converted garage here. So this is an example at the bottom of some really big servers. So I've got 5 here, couple of 2 Dell servers at the bottom there, and I've got some HP ProLiant as well. There's some Cisco switches and routers there, but at the bottom there, you can see these are the really big servers. Now they're not blade servers, they're actually rack servers. Now I've got a portable rack here, which is really good for my home demonstration, or my home lab. But usually out in the production environments, are going to be big rooms full of servers and cords and cables. You see, cable management's a real big issue in my household. Not very good at cable management, but in real organizations, real proper data centers, they'll be on top of the cable management part. But yeah, so that right there, you can see them there, and we can bring these out too. Just go, if we can bring one out, for example. There we go. And that can come out. It slides out, so if I need to replace it or put it back in, there we go, put it back there. They're pretty heavy, and I don't know what dropped. Oh, it was on another device, nothing important, I hope, anyway. But this is a HomeLab. Now for HomeLab, this is fine. I've only got 3 running. They're very expensive, electricity, and they make a lot of noise. Actually this one's behaving itself. It's not making that much noise, but it does get hot in the summer. So it does get a bit hot in the summer. So I usually put a bit of air conditioning unit in, which helps cool down the room a bit. And over here, I've got a desktop server right there. And you can see that I've got some, like a really old monitor there. You don't need very powerful keyboards or monitors or latest and greatest mice. Does a trick. I'll just, I'm going to pause and then see if we can get a better angle and look at the back of the server. There's a couple of things I want to show you. Wait a second. Okay, so this is the back of the server a little bit. You notice that there's a couple of redundant power supplies. There's one there and one there. And I've got them into two power. Also, you'll notice that I've got 1 and 2 network interface cards. And there's another one up here for management. So the management net has its own network. Now I'll show you one of the other servers, and we'll see that the other servers, the rack servers actually have a bit more. But this is a desktop server, and it's pretty decent and powerful. I run a lot of my labs here, a lot of my Linux and Active Directory kind of labs. Well, let's go further down a bit. I'll just pause and I'll get a better angle for the back of these servers. Okay, at least I know what's falling down now. It's a wireless LAN controller, which is falling over. Hopefully I didn't damage it too much. They're really old, so I don't mind. I can buy another one for like $50, it's fine. But here, you will notice, my cable management's terrible. But the servers down here have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 network interface cards. The servers up here have 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that means my virtual machines can get access to different networks. You can do different things. Now you've noticed that I've been a bit naughty here, is that these power cables I've only got into one port. So there's no redundancy here on this server, but on these servers there is. So I could pull that one out, which I just did. That one just opens up, and then I can put a redundant power supply. Yeah. So, and I access it through this little, this LCD screen and keyboard and then I configure it from there. Once I configure it, then I access this through my home network, which I need to clean up and fix. That goes into my home network. And I can access my whole lab from upstairs in sitting on my Mac OS, my Mac Mini. So there's a bit of a demonstration on my home lab. So in a production environment, you'll probably see a lot of these rack servers and maybe switches and routers, but it's going to be a lot more professional, of course. This is just my home lab. It's not bad for a home lab, but at least you get to see the difference between a desktop server and a rack server. And for the blade servers, you'll be able to go online and Google or YouTube, and you get to see those. I don't have one; they're very expensive. So that's yeah. Thank you. So welcome to my lab in my converted garage. So these are a little bit of work. If anyone has any cable management expertise, let me know. But I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope that you've learned a few interesting and different things.